Good morning to all of you. My name is Diana, and I'm going to be giving this webinar today. Today's subject is going to be about the searches that we can do on RIA, okay? On your main product, either if it's platinum, professional, or professional diet. So I'm going to walk you through the different filters that we have there and the different type of searches that you might want to do, okay? So let's start. Let me just, also, let me know please if you guys can hear me okay, and if you can see my cursor moving around, and that way we can start. Remember, you can chat with me through the chat icon on the Zoom. You can also go to the Q&A part if you have any questions about whatever we are going to see, okay? Excellent, thank you. Okay, so let's continue. Remember, you just need to log in to your account, and that way it will take you here, okay, to the console panel. The searches that we are going to do today are from your main product, RIAFAX, okay? Right below your name, just click there, and the system will take you directly to your search tab, okay? So let's review everything from here. This is the most important part, because everything that you actually select or don't select on your search might affect your results, okay? So let's go first here. The map is interactive, okay? You can select any county depending of the access that you want, and the map will actually go there and locate. For example, let's go to Broward, and it will move now to Broward. You can zoom in as close as you want to. You can change the view of the map if you like this view better, okay? Or just the normal map view. You can also use the peg map and just put it, the peg map, and put it there nearby an area, and then just select that area. You can also zoom in right here if you don't have a mouse, like with the plus or the minus to zoom out or zoom in. You can draw any kind of shape, like a rectangle if you want to, okay? You can do a polygon, it's really easy. You just need to one click, then another click, another click, another click. So you don't drag, okay? You just click several times. If you want to delete, you will use the eraser, and if you want to do a circle, you will use this one, okay? There it goes. Okay, if you are in this tool, for example, and you want to change to the hand, you can just change to the hand again. That's it. So let's go now to this side. From here on RIAFAX, you have general filters, okay, to select your search parameters, and you have specific filters. They are divided by this horizontal dotted line, okay? So these are the important filters, the general ones, or the ones that you might want to select each time, okay? If you are only trying to search for one address alone, you need to type down the address here. Only the address, not the city, not the zip code, only the address, that's it. And then select which is the county where that address is, and that's it, okay? Whatever is the address, that is the way that you look for it. Now, if you're planning to search for several addresses, several properties, let's say that you want to narrow by an area, but you don't want to do it on the map, then you can use the city, or you can also use the zip code, okay? If you're only going to search in one city, really simple, you just write down the name of the city. For example, let's go to, Pompano Beach. And you need to make sure that you are selecting exact if it's only one. But what happens if you want to use several cities? Then you need to open the filter and select multiple contains. Then you need to separate the cities by commas, okay? So for example, here, Hollywood, and I don't know, any other, like Fort Lauderdale, okay? So you just separate the cities by commas, no spaces between. Of course, if the city, they have spaces, then you do that as well, okay? The same is with the zip codes. Sorry, allow me 1 second, guys. I thought that I turned off my phone. There it goes. Okay. Sorry. I was telling you the same is with the zip codes. If you're only if you're only going to use one zip code, so you do this 33024, for example, a zip code in Broward. It needs to be on the county that you're selecting, okay? If you don't know in which county this zip code is or the city is, then move the county and select any county right here, okay? But again, if you are going to use several zip codes, then you need to select multiple contains and then write down all the zip codes, okay? Only separate them with commas, no spaces between, okay? Really easy. If you want to delete a parameter that you have select, instead of going here and try to find where is that filter, just look at this list, okay, of your parameters. You just erase them with a little X, and that's it. Now, the most important filter here is this one, the data, okay? Here is where you are going to select which kind of results you want to find. Public records means all the properties that had been registered in any county. Properties that are listed for sale with agents, then for those you select for sale. Properties listed for rent. Properties that were listed, they are not anymore, listed with an agent, okay? Recently, those are non-active for sale. I don't know, maybe they just temporarily remove them or withdraw them from I don't know, the MLS, for example, or I don't know, they're selling. Maybe the owner changed their mind. Maybe they already sold the property, but it hasn't changed in public records, the sale of the property, okay? It hasn't been registered, so that can happen. Properties that are only listed by the owners, then you select for sale by owner. Properties that are in a foreclosure status, let's say pre-foreclosure or foreclosed, both, they will appear right here for the foreclosures. Properties that have original mortgage information registered, there is where you have them. And properties with open violations. Now, this filter right here will only appear to you guys if you have professional dialer. That is a new data that we have added to the system recently, only, again, for the professional dialers, and is only available for 4 counties. Broward is one of them, Miami-Dade, okay, Palm Beach, and also Hillsborough. That is the other county that contains the open violation data, okay? Only those. Next to the data filter, you will find the type of properties. Single family, condo, towns and villas, multifamily with plus or minus 10 units. Commercial properties, vacant lands, mobile homes, and others. And right below these 2 filters right here, you will have the foreclosure. You will also have the probates, life estate, and vacant. This one, if you don't see it, is because you don't have the professional dialer. Same as the open violations, the vacant properties, they are only available for the users that have professional dialer, along with other tools. Remember, the skip trace tool, the ability to make calls, to send text messages through the phone line that we provide, that is only with the professional dialer. If anybody here is interested in upgrading, just contact us and we can help you and explain you everything, okay? Any questions so far, guys, about the general filters that you can find on your search area? Let me see. I don't see any chats, no, nothing on the Q&A. Okay, so let's continue. Then below here, this dotted line, okay, is where you are going to find the specific filters. Some of you think that whenever you click, for example, let's say, I want to do a search for foreclosure, so I click here. No, you are not selecting anything when you click on these squares. Nothing happened, you see? These parameters right here, they don't register this. These squares they are only used for you to open at the bottom more specific filters about the type of data that you must select. That is it, okay? So you need to open the drop-down list filters to actually select something. So if you want pre-foreclosures, here is where you select them. If you want foreclose, here. If you don't want them, then here. If you want probate, then you select yes on probate or no on probate, depending if you want them or no. If you want life estate, then it will be yes. If you don't want them, it will be no. If you want vacant, then vacant yes or vacant no, okay? That's it. Here is where you select that. If you want to be specific, then you go down to these squares and start open the different filters that you will find. And there is where you can just start selecting that, okay? So let's go directly for some kind of searches that we can go over, okay? Now, right here at the top, upper right, you have the find GPS location. If you are in your computer, or if you are in your laptop, okay, or a tablet, remember that ReaFax doesn't work as a mobile application. It's only working on the browser in a computer, tablet, device, okay, even in your phone, but it's in your browser. You need to allow the settings, also the location right here. Do you see my cursor in this little lock? So allow the location on your settings, and that way the GPS will locate you, or at least your computer, and then you can select an area nearby you, okay, if that is what you want. Here on this open book icon, it's called Manage Search. It's where you can either store, like save your own search parameters, or use the ones that we provide, okay? So if you click here on this open book, you will see the searches that you already have. For example, if you guys are mentor students from BRIA, then you will have the searches that they provide through the bootcamp that you maybe already went through, okay? You can use them at any time. There are 5 types of searches that BRIA provides. If you guys are mentor students from DRIA, then you will see the searches that start with MP, mentoring program, okay? And all of these searches, they are provided by DRIA, okay? And the ones that we provide, we on ReaFax, okay? There are more than 50 types of searches that you can use at any time. They start with the initials RFX for ReaFax, okay? That's it. Now, how can you use this? Let's say that you want to find, for example, tire landlords. So you can type down a keyword right here on the box, okay? And use the magnified glass icon, click right there, and the system will filter all the type of searches that contain the word tire, okay? So for example, tire landlords for condos, for multifamilies, plus 10 units, minus 10 units, single family type of searches. How can you use them? So you just select one and click on load right here at the bottom. And that's it. There the parameters, they are going to be selected. We don't narrow by any area. So then you can apply this to, I don't know, Broward, apply this to, let's go to Hillsborough and try to find that there. If you want to be more specific, then you can go down and try to find more. Let's say, oh, apart from tire landlords and absentee owners, that is what tire landlords contains, people that have been living on the, that have been with the same address, not unoccupied, you can apply maybe the open violations. For open violations, really easy, you just open the square, then the first filter down, select violations, yes, and then you will see it here, okay? So that is how you can use the searches, the parameters that we have there for you, anybody, okay, in your account. Remember, BRIA, if you are mentor students from them, or DRIA, you will use the MP searches, okay, if you are mentor students from them, okay? Now, how can you also save your own particular searches here? Let's do that. I'm going to clear all the parameters just by clicking here. That's it. Let's try to do searches now, okay? Let's go to Miami-Dade County, for example. Let's say that in Miami, I want to find, I'm an investor, let's say. And I'm an investor and I want to find properties that are for sale by owner, okay? I don't want to contact the agents, but I do want owners that are interested in selling their properties. So I just click on the data filter and select for sale by owner. Then I need to select the type of property that I'm interested in finding, okay? Let's go for a condo towns and villas. So Miami-Dade, for sale by owner, condo towns and villas. I'm not going to suggest, or actually I'm going to suggest you guys, do not use too many filters, too many parameters if you are using for sale by owner, because there are not that many properties, okay? So if you start selecting bedrooms, bathrooms, size, year bill, anything like that, you are going to narrow your search too much, and then you are not going to find any kind of records, okay? So for sale by owner condos in Miami-Dade, something that you can select is maybe your price target, okay? Let's go for the listing price. Right here, you see that as soon as I selected the data for sale by owner, this square was highlighted, and I'm seeing the filters that I can use for sale by owner, okay? So I'm only interested in those condos in Miami-Dade that are asking less than this amount, okay? That's it. I don't want to see the ones that are asking more. That is my target. That is something that you can select right there. Now, let's go and execute the search, clicking right here, upper right, okay, on the magnifying glass icon, and that will take us to the results. Let's see how many results I can get. There it goes. 43 properties, listed condos, towns, and villas in Miami-Dade for less than $500,000, okay? I can see them all right here. Now, this tab, the results tab, is a different subject than today, okay? So let's go back to the search. You can go back by clicking on this arrow, or go back, clicking to your left on the search tab, and that will take us again to this screen, okay? So that is good for me. I can maybe today or this week try to contact all those 43 owners, send them my contracts, my emails, call them, okay? I have all that through my follow-up. I just need to add those properties in my follow-up. But this is a search that I want to do maybe frequently, like every week, every, I don't know, 15 days, something like that, to see the new properties that are going to be listed for sale by owner condos for less than this. So if I want to do this search frequently, then I just need to save it. That way, I don't need to go every time and actually find all the parameters again and executing the search. So let's save this list of parameters. You click right here at the top, manage search. Then, because this is a new search that we are going to do, click on new right here at the bottom, and you can just put a name for your search. Now, if you want to organize your searches, you can do that by alphabetical order or numeric number order, sorry. So you can, let's say that this is the first search, so I'm going to add a number 1, okay? Or a letter A. And that way, whenever you open this screen, the manage search, the properties are going to be here organized either by letters or by numbers, okay? So let's put this one, and these are for sale by owner, okay? In Miami-Dade, sorry, Miami-Dade. And what single family properties, single family homes. What else? Okay, L price, we selected less. Put here less, okay, than 500K. Now you can do this, you can copy, highlight, copy, and paste the same thing on the description, or in the description you can put something completely different. That is up to you, okay? Then save the search, and that's it. The search has been successfully saved. Let's close this. Let's clear everything again. And again, let's say that is later today or tomorrow, next week, and you want to find that search that you know that you saved. So click right here at the top, manage search, and you will see it because I added a number 1. It's going to be right here, the first one, okay? For sale by owners, Miami-Dade. To use it, I just need to click on it and load. There it is. And now I just need to execute and I will see the results, okay? Any question, guys? Let me know, please. Go to the chat, go to the Q&A part. Let me know if you have any questions or if everything is good so far, so we can continue, okay? I can see your questions. You can raise your hand, tell me if I'm going too fast, all of that. Okay, no comments, so let's continue. Now, this was a search for sale by owner. As I told you, try not to select too many filters for this type of data, okay? Because then you are going to find less and less and less, or maybe 0 properties. But let's go to a different one. Excellent, thank you, sir. Let's go now to a different one, another type of search that you can do. Let's go to the new type of data that we added, the open violations, okay? Remember, if you guys have professional dialer, you can do it. But if you want to know how to do it, it's really easy. Let's go to Hillsborough in this case. We did a search on Miami-Dade, so let's go, oh, there's Hillsborough. Let's try to find here properties that are going to be off market. Like nobody is selling the property, not even the owner, not an agent, no one, okay? This is where your marketing, I don't know, activities come together and you try to convince these owners, okay, present them an offer that you want to buy their properties, okay? So let's try to do that. To select off-market properties, remember that you need to leave the data public records, okay? Or if you have something different selected, go here and select public records. But then, very important, under the dotted line, click on the square for public records if you are in a different square, and then 6 filters down, you will see that it says for sale right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here is where you need to select no. Okay, so that way you are making sure that you are actually selecting off-market properties. Okay, so for sale no, you might also want to select no for rent, and you might want also to select properties that don't have any real estate agent information, because sometimes if the property, let's say the last time that a property was sold was made through an agent, then we have that information there. But if you don't want to contact agents again, just select no, no, no under the public records. That's it. Now let's scroll up again. Let's select the type of property. Now let's say here in Hillsborough, I want to find single family properties, okay? Off market single families. I want to find for these, the ones that are open violations, the ones that have open violations. So now I go here, right here, open violations, okay? And I just need to select yes. That's it, okay? You see, the filter are right here. These ones too, single family, Hillsborough. If I don't want to narrow by anything else, then you don't narrow by anything else. But here, maybe it will be better for you to actually narrow, okay? Let's see first how many records we are going to get. So search. If there are going to be too many, then we can go back and we can single out the ones that weren't sold recently, you see? Like 1,000 records. Maybe for you guys is, I don't know, too many to manage today or this week, depending of your time. If that is good, then you are good to go. You can work with all of these. Add all of them, okay? Select all of them and add them to your follow and manage from that. But if you want to like try to find just a few properties or the ones that you really want based on your parameters. Let's go back. For example, I am an investor, let's say, that I want to find owners that are individual type of owners, only individuals. I don't want to find corporations, LLC, trusts, okay? Those are difficult to actually find, or are difficult for me at least, find their contact information. On public records, they only have their mail address. Of course, through the system, you can send postcards to those addresses, send your own letters, okay? That is something that here we can teach you how to do it. But again, let's say that I'm only interested in individuals. So I need to go again to the square for public records. I need to scroll down until I see the owner filters, okay? With the name, I just need to select no contains, and I'm going to start writing down all the keywords, okay, that are for those owners that I don't want to find. So I don't want to find LLC, neither Inc., neither corp or group or bank. Of course, if somebody, I don't know, the last name is bank, then I'm not going to find that person either, unfortunately. Also corporations, okay, like the full word, corporation, whatever, trust, you can find them maybe like TR, trust, trustee, okay. Let me see what else. In group. Okay, I think that here, oh, maybe try to add also the word financial, okay? Financial, get it wrong, financial. Yes, I didn't wrong. I think it's with a T, okay? Let's try to leave it at, okay. Now, if those are the only type of corporations that you don't want to find, remember, just type down the keywords here, that's it. No contains, very important. So your searches are only going to be individual type of owners, nothing more, okay? Apart from individuals, I also want properties with a market value. Again, I'm trying to buy the properties, but I know that I have only like a limit on my offers, okay, through my buyers. I can, maybe in this county, I need to select then for that the market value. Remember, these are off-market properties, so they are not asking anything. Then you need to select only the market value. Let's say that I only want to find in these properties that have a market value for less than $350,000. Okay, that's it. I select that. Let's also say that I want to find owner-occupied owners, okay? I actually want the owner, those individuals live on those properties, so it will be easier for me if I need to knock doors, okay? Go there, I just will talk exactly with the person that is living there, and that person is the owner, okay? So there you go. If you want to select absentee owners, you select them right here. No, that is up to you. If you want these owners to be out of state, then you select also no, and then you go here where it says state and select what is it? Not contains and not contains Florida. So these owners, okay, sorry, let me change this. These owners are going to be not in the same property, not even on the same state, okay, and they are going to be individuals, if that is what you want. This is not what I want for this search at least, okay? I'm going to select yes. I do want to contact these owners on those addresses. If I need to travel there or send something there, I need to make sure that the person that received that is the owner, okay? So there it goes. If you need to select anything else, you can do it. Last suggestion that I will make you guys, okay? If you are using for sale, not for sale, like off-market properties, then you might want to select properties that weren't recently sold. Because let's say, for example, somebody bought a property last year, just last year, or maybe earlier this year. And if you contact them because you want to buy the property, maybe make a great deal, they will say like, no, look, I just bought it. I'm not interested in selling. Maybe, okay? But maybe they are interested. We don't know, okay? But if you don't want to find those owners that just bought the property recently, then you will need to use right here, okay, the sold date. The sold date, again, everything is under the public records filters, under the dotted line. Here, you will select something like equal or less. And let's go back at least, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. Like, I don't want to find anybody, okay, that have sold their properties at least since this date until now. Okay, so apart from everything, these are considered also tired landlords. Maybe, okay, or people that have been living with their property or years of ownership for maybe more than 4, okay? Any question, guys, about this search? Remember, here's footer with violations, open violations, single families, no for sale, no for rent, with a market value less than 350,000. These are individual type of owners only, so I'm not going to find any kind of organization, corporations, trust, okay? People that are living on the same address, so owner occupied, yes. This is what I prefer, but if you prefer something else, remember, don't follow me. I don't work on real estate. I'm only trying to teach you how to use the system. And with no agents, okay? And properties that were sold recently. These are all the filters that I'm using for this search. Again, I can execute the search, clicking right here at the top of the right, search. So before we have like 1,100 something properties. With all of these specific, look how many I will get now. So now I'm making sure that these are the properties that I actually want to contact, okay? You can go and select maybe only the ones for Tampa, only the ones that have a specific bedrooms and bathrooms. That is also something that you can do, okay? On your search. It's in your search where you can filter. You cannot filter when you are in the results, okay? So if you need to filter more, go back to the search and do that, okay? But there you have. These are properties with that specific parameters that I added. Now, we can save this. Again, save it on the manage search, click on new, and I'm going to put this as number 2, and I'm going to put here open violations, and hills were, now that I'm doing this one. Hey, what happened? Okay, right. 1 second. I really don't know how to write down that one. Okay, hills, border. Now it's open violations. Off market. That is something else that I added, and I'm going to put here market value, so M value, and we use for this less. Yes, less. Oh, I didn't run the last time. Market value for less than 350. Okay. So this is I like to put here something that refers to the parameters that we were doing. Okay. So I can save. That's it. Again, let's say later today, tomorrow. This is a search that you want to continue doing every time to see more properties showing up or new kind of leads there. Then you go to the manage search. You will open that one right here and load. There you have all the parameters. Now, let's say that you forgot something, like you wanted to add something else to this search. So apart from the violations, you also want to have foreclosures, or the ones that are probates, or the ones that are life estate, or the ones that are vacant, okay? Then you can create more searches about that. For example, Let's go to, again, to the manage search right here. Click on manage search. And let's just make a copy of this one, okay? So I'm going to highlight it, selecting or clicking, and then I'm going to copy this search. I will see that the template has been copied, and I can see it right here, okay? It has this with a copy name. Okay, but now I can change this name. I'm just going to select this one. I'm going to edit the name, and I'm going to put here that this is not going to be a copy anymore. I want for this one to be pre-foreclosures. Pre-foreclosures, okay? This is something that I can hear. And I'm going to save it. So now I have one for only the open violations with everybody there, okay? But I'm going to select from this one the ones that are only pre-foreclosures, okay? So I'm going to select it. I'm going to load that one so I can modify it, okay? So for this, I'm going to select pre-foreclosures now. And remember, if you only want to find the cases that were recently registered, then you need to go below the dotted line, go to the square for foreclosures, and select here the file date. So let's select. I want to find only the pre-foreclosures that were registered this year. So I'm going to select equal or greater, open the calendar. Let's go to January this year and the first day of January. So these are going to be pre-foreclosures and pre-foreclosure cases registered only since January until today, because it's today that we are doing the search, okay? So remember, we had before 520 properties, but now from those 520s, I'm only going to see the ones that are pre-foreclosures from this year. You see, only three that are pre-foreclosures. If I want to save that, remember that I'm selecting like a lot of things, okay? The open violations and everything. If I don't want to have the open violations, then I just remove this and I stay only with the pre-foreclosures. That is also something that you can do. I'm just trying to combine here all the searches that you guys might want to do, okay? So now that I have selected the parameters with adding the pre-foreclosure and adding the file date, I can override the parameters that I selected. So this one, I just click on it and override. So are you sure that you want to override this template? Yes. And that way I'm saving the parameters with the pre-foreclosures on this search and not on this one, okay? I can do the same thing and just go to probates now and try to get the information there for probates, okay? Before we move over, I just wanted to show you where you are going to see the open violations. So whenever you do a search for open violation, yes. And if you click on any of these addresses, okay, from the results, it will open the overview of that address. And then you will see here the tab that it says open violation. And you can see if the property has either one violation open or more, okay, the opening date, and if there has been any new activities recently or any new dates added with more information, and the allegations, okay, or the alleged violation, okay? Here's where you can see that new data on the overview, okay, for any property. Great, guys. Any questions of how you can, in your managed search, copy? Remember, it's really easy. You just select, paste copy, and you can make duplications of your search templates. You can change the name and you can override the parameters if you want. Any questions about this or the open violations, how you can do them? Remember, open violations, yes. Let me see. You can see more questions, so let's continue. Let's try to do another type of search. Let's go now for only pre-foreclosures again, but people that are going to be auctioned soon, okay? And maybe those properties that are listed for sale with agents, okay? me see. Show again how to change the name on the copy. Sure, let me show that again really quick for you, Esther. You click on manage search. If you want to change the name of any of these, okay, that the ones that you create, for example, let me change the name of the first one. Select it by clicking on it, and then click right here where it says edit name. It will open this, and you can just add something more, okay? Just, or modify everything if you want. Then save, and that's it. The name will change for whatever you have decided. That is how you change the names. If you want to change the name of a copy, then you just copy one first, copy. The template has been copied, and then you will see it right there. You will have the copy at the end. Then you can just again select the copy, the one that you copied, sorry, and edit the name and just modify the name again. Another. Whatever you want to put there and save it. Okay? That's it. That is how you change it. Okay. Let's go and try to do another type of search. Let's say, guys, that you want to find people that are going to be auctioned. Okay? Properties that are going to be for auction, for the final judgment. Okay? So let's go maybe to Palm Beach. Try to do different counties. Let's say that in Palm Beach, I'm interested in, single families, okay? Single families in Palm Beach, but I want this single family to actually be on the market, like in the market with agents, okay? So for sale properties. Apart from being for sale, I want them to be pre-foreclosures. So these are searches that you can combine, okay? The for sale or not for sale with the foreclosure. For sale or not for sale with probates. We don't suggest you guys to try to find pre-foreclosures and also probates, okay? Because there are not going to be too many properties that are going to be in both, in both type of conditions, okay? Neither if you also combine them with a life estate or also vacant. You are going to narrow too much your results, okay? And maybe you don't find anything. So be careful with that. But apart from these pre-foreclosures, okay, now we are not talking here about recent cases registered. We are talking actually for cases that have been in foreclosure maybe for more than 6 months, a little bit more, depending if they were given time to pay their debt. Now they are going to be auctioned, okay? So very simple. If I want these pre-foreclosures to be auctioned, I go below the dotted line, click on the square that it says foreclosure, scroll down, and you will see the auction filters. So here is the date. The easiest way is doing that through the date. Let's put, for example, between. I want to find the pre-foreclosure single families in Palm Beach that are going to be auctioned between, and let's go for since Monday until the end of this month, July 31st. Only those couple of weeks, okay? Let's see if we can find any. Now I'm going to do the search right here. And let's see how many properties. 11 properties, okay? 11 properties that are going to be auctioned during that period of time, okay? There are pre-foreclosures, and pre-foreclosures listed for sale. That's why we are only seeing 11, okay? So these are the ones that are for sale with agents, okay? They are selling the property or trying to sell in their property maybe before the auction coming on, okay? You can see how much right here they are asking for these properties. You can try to select maybe the one that you want. For example, let's go to this one right here. They are only asking this amount. Maybe you might want to see how much is the known debt of the property, since when they have been on debt. If the property has pictures, okay, available through the agent. In this case, they say short sale, cash only, property needs new roof, okay, maybe that's why, and many repairs. That's why they are selling this property for this, okay, in Palm Beach. There you have, okay? So you can review everything from the results and the overview, but again, today's subject is about how you can find those properties for later do your reviews and contact everybody and everything. Okay. So again, this is another search that you can do really easy, okay, for properties that are going to be auctioned. If you want to select maybe the ones that are going to be auctioned since now Monday until maybe August, the last day of August, then you will find more. For these ones, remember I selected for sale, but if you don't want the for sale, if you also want to have the off markets, then you just select for records. If you only want the off markets, then under public records, again, remember to select for sale no, for rent no, and maybe the real estate no. Then you will find like more properties, okay? For sale, maybe are less, but the ones that are off markets, in this case, 100 exact, you see? Any question, guys, about the ones that you can, the properties that you can find that are going to be auctioned soon, the final judgment. You can see here when they are going to be auctioned and for how much. This one is going to be auctioned Monday for this amount, okay? You can see it here. No questions, so let's continue. Very good. Again, this is another search that I can save here in my records. That way I don't need to go over every time. So auctions, Palm Beach, July, August. And these are single family homes that I select. Remember, just try to put something that defines the search that you are doing, and that way you can find it, that one easy. And then you have, remember, everything right here organized. As soon as you close and open again, you will see everything organized here, okay? There it goes, 1, 2, for 2, for the 2 ones that I had. Then the another one that I move everything here. Last type of search that we are going to do today are for vacant and probate, okay? Let's go for those. And maybe, yeah, we can have time maybe to go for the tax delinquents too. Let's stay here in Miami-Dade. Let's put in Miami-Dade, I'm interested in multifamily properties with less than 10 units, okay? I'm also going to select for this one properties that are off the market. Nobody's selling the property. So the data needs to be public records. Then I need to select here off market by selecting for sale no. Again, I don't want to find the ones that are for rent or ones that had any last agent information either, okay? Remember that multifamilies, the majority of them, they are actually, the owners are maybe corporations, okay? Stuff like that. But if I want to find the ones that are probate, I select probate yes, okay? Very simple right here. If I want to find the probate cases recently registered, because maybe those one are still open, okay? Then you need to go here where it says probate, click simple, and then publish date. So the date when the case became public, okay, become public. So I'm going to select only the ones for this year again. I open this, I go to the January this year, okay? First day of January this year, and that's it. I don't think that we are going to find too many because multifamilies, okay? But let's see. So again, probate, yes, okay? Recent cases only from the last 6 months, that's it. Multifamilies in Miami-Dade that are off the market. Let's try to do the search and see how many records we will get. You see, 19. Different, of course, if you select single families or condos and some villas, though for those you will have more properties, okay? If you click on any of these, if you click on any of these properties on the results tab, it will open now the property with a probate information. You can see the ID notice, the file, who is the deceased person, okay? In this case, this is the owner, okay? The publication date is right here. The personal representative information that usually only comes, okay, in public records with the address of this personal representative. But you will have the attorney information, emails, and maybe phone number. Maybe you can try to get their information. Sorry, try to contact them to get the personal representative information. That is if you don't have with us the skip trace, or if you don't have an skip trace in another, I don't know, type of tool that you might get, okay? Again, this is how you will do searches for probates. If you want to save it, you already know how to, you will be there. Let's say now that you want to find vacant properties. So again, let's try to select a different county. Let's go to Orange County. Or actually, let's go to Dubai. I like Dubai. Dubai. Let's say here in Dubai County, I want to find the properties that are vacant. So remember, vacant, yes. I want to find condo, towns, and villas that are vacant, okay? I'm going to select the type. I want these properties to be off the market, like nobody is selling the property. So public record for the data. Again, I scroll down, I select not for sale, not for rent, no with any agents, past agents, okay? Because they are off market, I only can narrow for a market value, okay? So less than, I'm going to put this because I'm selecting condo, towns, and villas, okay? Maybe less, depending on whatever is your target. What else? Yeah. Oh, because I'm selecting vacant, you guys can select since when this property has been registered with us being vacant. Now, this part is tricky, okay? Remember that same as the pre-foreclosures and the probates, we don't have the current status of those cases. For the vacants, we know that as soon as we add that property here, the property was vacant for at least a year, okay? And that's how we have them here, through our different data sources. So we know that the property has been vacant for a year. But if something happened, for example, the properties that we added into 2019, okay? Remember everything that happened last year with COVID and everything, okay? 2020 was hard, even for real estate. And to keep the actual like updates for those studies. So maybe a property is not vacant anymore. That is something that we are still like going through everything, okay? So that's why I would suggest you to use the vacant date and maybe a recent, more recent date. I only want to see the properties that have been vacant from a year ago. So let's go back to 2020 July, okay? And exactly 1 year ago until now. Let's see if we can find any, okay? Vacant, off markets, condo, towns, and villas for a market value less than this, and click on search. Nothing. Maybe we didn't add anything in 2020. That might happen because of, as I told you, everything for COVID and everything. Okay, there are 419 properties vacant. Let's see since when, at least for a few of them. Condos, okay? So you can see here the unique numbers there. So this one, it was vacant added in 2019. So they are a little bit further away, okay? Again, we are in Duval County, Jacksonville Beach, the majority of them in Jackson, okay? There you have. But this is how you will do searches for vacant. Remember, you can just select vacant. You can also select the vacant date. I'm not going to suggest you this because of the reason that I told you, okay? But vacant, yes, if you are interested. You can also make sure that the owner, the address of the owner is not registered on the same address, so he's living elsewhere. If you want to find as well these owners that are also out of state, remember you can select Florida right here. So owner occupy no contains Florida. Let's try to do the search. So vacant with owners that are also out of state. Before we had 419, now we have 69, okay? So these are the ones which owners are elsewhere, and I can see it here, okay? North Carolina. Another one, let's try to go here. He is, oh, imagine, Israel, okay? That is how you will do those searches, guys. Vacant properties, probates, foreclosures, okay? Pre-foreclosed or foreclosed. Pre-foreclosed that are going to be auctioned, for sale properties, for sale by owner, open violations, off markets. That is how. If you guys are agents, remember you also have the ability to do searches for expired properties. You just need to select right here, expire, yes. Maybe select since when you want to look for those properties that have expired, okay? If only if you guys are agents or realtors, and of course, if you have, let us know your license number. That one needs to be active, okay? The last thing, very easy. Also, if you want to find the tax delinquent properties that have debts on taxes below public records, okay? Below the dotted line. Clicking on the square of public records, you scroll down and you select tax delinquent. The easiest that you can do that is selecting the amount equal or greater. Let's say I only want to see the ones that have more than 100 for the tax debts. Let's see, for those 69 properties, if they have debts and taxes, they don't, okay? You will try to do like a more general search for that. But the system will also show you the properties that have debts and taxes. That was all for today, guys, about the searches, different type of searches that you can do, combine, okay, how you can, or where you can also find those filters here on ReFX. Remember, if you are doing something and you like get stuck, like you don't know what to do, open the chat with us right here. Hello, I'm trying to do this search, what can I do? And we can try to guide you where you can find the filter that you might want to apply for your search, okay? You can also request with us through here, coachings, trainings, those are online meetings, completely free. We can schedule them. We just need to check our calendar and yours, okay? This webinar is going to be available later today on our YouTube channel. Remember, you can also go there, let me show you, on the website, on the homepage, refax.com. Right here, it says YouTube. So open, and you can subscribe to the channel. You can also turn on the notifications right here on the little bell. And that way you will be notified as soon as we upload a new video here, okay? That's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for having me. Welcome again, the new ones and anybody here. Contact us if you need anything. Have a great day.